Generic greetings and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I have to say quiet. Oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. I was going to say stay quiet because they're all asleep, but it doesn't matter. They're all up and just chipper in the morning and cracking on with whatever they need to do, which in this case is put in the gas pump. Anyway, previous episode of Oxygen Not Included, we put in this pollution generation solution system, and it's a coal generator, which is kicking out a boatload of carbon dioxide. I don't know how much a boatload is. I don't know whether that's a standard size, but either way, it's generating electricity, which is going around the place and powering things like the algae oxidizer, filling up the battery, and powering all of the lamps as well, which is most good. What we need to do with this episode is slow the pace a little. Just slow the pace because we need to go around and fix a lot of the issues that we've got with the colonies. So we need to alter some pipe work, alter some wiring. We need to do a couple of changes to just several things across the board. So it's probably best if we do that sooner rather than later. So let us crack on. As you can see, they are going to put in this gas pump, and that should hopefully take all of this carbon dioxide and then pump it down here, which will then be converted with these algae terrariums and then kick out all of the good stuff, which is fantastic. However, we do have a little bit of an issue with that. If we go to base and then to tile, we need to put another airlock type thing in here, because otherwise, if this does become a vacuum, which it might, because remember, this gas pump is always going to be on, we'll have to make sure that we don't have everything getting sucked in. So we'll see how this one goes. We might even connect this gas pump up to probably a pressure sensor. So we go to power, you can go down to power switch, thermo switch, and I can't see the switch I want. I'm sure there is a one for pressure. Gas filter, liquid filter, gas pipe. Where would it be? Oxygen? Thermo switch, power transformer, hydro switch, and atmo switch. Yeah, atmo switch. We don't have it researched, that's why. Oh well, I guess we're just going to connect it up and see how it goes. Right, is that all connected up down here? No, we've got a little bit of pipe there that is unreachable, which is really annoying because we do need access to that. Right, what's the best way of getting access to that? It might be running a tile across, but I don't want to do that because I'm probably going to remove these tiles anyway. Let's just put a ladder in up to there, and that should give us access. And then we'll go over to our power and then to electrical wire, and then we'll connect up the gas pump like so. And that should hopefully take all of this stuff and then pump it into here, which will then get converted and go up. Or it'll overwhelm this thing and we'll have a massive problem. But hey ho, we'll see how it goes. Right, so as you can see, in terms of the colony's resources, we're not doing too bad. Metal and materials are quite good. Our agriculture is so-so, but the edible foodstuffs is 27,000 calories. It sort of hovers around that area, so this is fine. We're also not having people run on the manual generator, which means they're not eating as many calories. If we go over to our last report yesterday, you can see our calorie generation was 10,000 net profit, so that's quite good, isn't it? Look at that. Removed, only 6,000 calories. Look, they're burning almost half the calories of a couple of days ago. 5,000. Okay, maybe I'm talking absolute garbage. Nope, looks like it is about the same. Oh well. I thought they'd be using a lot less. Stress is a problem though, and that's mainly because of the dirt all the way around the place, but we're going to try and resolve that. Let's just go to max speed here and see how that one goes. That says pipe blocked, and that's because they haven't yet completerated that, and now they have, so I can go to cancel and cancel that bit there, and then actually deconstruct. Where is it? Deconstruct these little bits here. There we are, and then that'll be sorted. And as you can see now, this is... it's a gas print over pressure. Is there too much pressure around here? I think there might be. Pump, 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 pump. There we go. Right, it is now pumping all of this in here. This is good, but it is turning off now and again, which is very, very strange. It says it's got no power. I knew I was thinking of putting another coal generator in, and maybe that is the solution. Maybe? I'll put one in here. Like so. And let's connect that up with an electrical wire. In terms of coal, we will have a problem eventually with the, well, lack of coal, but we'll have to, well, essentially come to that as a sort of ad hoc basis, really. We'll have to deal with it when it happens. In terms of coal, there is a lot of seams around here. You can get, there's one of the mobs in the game where you can feed it berries and such, and it will pump out coal, which is interesting. Literally, it will actually fart coal, which is a thing. Right, now that they're cracking on with that, and we'll have another coal generator up and running. You can see the battery is now running out. I could actually turn on these manual generators, but I'd rather just have... should we do that? Should we actually turn on one of these manual generators just to get them going for the time being? They'll switch that on, then people will start running. In fact, there you go. Just straight away, Joshua just runs and starts to generate power, which we now have a net profit. That's fine. So anyway... what else do we need to do? Well, this is our compost heap, and it's always been on the top there. Contents is currently 6.2 kilograms of fertilizer at 29 degrees C. But what we need to do is move this, probably, because something I didn't know and was pointed out in the comments, these things, these algae terrariums, you can see they're getting a minor efficiency boost when in direct light, which obviously they are not in. So if we could get a light source in here, they'll actually be a bit more efficient, and efficiency is fantastic. We don't want to be wasting things, do we? So we'll go over to furniture and then ceiling lamp. And where could we get a ceiling lamp that would give us the most resources? Well, ideally it would be in the center there, but obviously we've got a ladder, so that's not going to happen unless we block that up and then put a light there and then put a ladder going down. That is always a possibility. We don't need it going straight down, but you know, if we did that, we would have to get rid of all of this stuff here, so the compost and the things like that. The other solution is to simply put in some of these table lamps, and oh, that would only just... see, that wouldn't reach. It's a little bit off, you see. It's not covering the base of those, which is, again, a great shame. So how much power does that take? This takes 10 watts, and that takes 5 watts. So actually 2 of these is just as efficient. So we might as well just place 2 of these. There you go. There's 2 lights. Because they're the same wattage, so combined, I mean. So you'll then connect up those. It doesn't really matter about the deco, and then we'll have it going. The problem is if I run it down and across and up again, it's going to have the same problem with the pipework, and I'll have to put the ladder back in. So I might just be lazy and do that. I know it's going to cause a bit of a problem with the deco down here, but I'll be honest, that's really the least of the problems down here. So we'll connect that up, and then, yeah, we'll crack on with that one. Anyway, over here, a lot of people have pointed out, quite rightly, that we're not being as efficient as we can be. If we go over to the pipework, so we'll go to plumbing and do the liquid pipes, you can see that we're taking in fresh water here, up and around, into these 2, and then putting into the storage tank, and then back out into the cleaning system, and then out into here. We don't need to do that. We don't need to put it into a storage tank. We could pump it directly into this. Now, the reason I pumped it directly into the storage tank is that it means that if this ever turns off, or we don't have the power, or we don't have, for example, the soil to put in it to actually cleanse the water, it means that we can still use this shower and it won't back up. Whereas if we... let's say connect it up directly, we might not be able to do that. With this system we can, but actually the advantages are, I think, they're sort of outweighed really by just connecting it directly. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait until they finish the shower, and then we're going to reroute this. Now the question is, we do have a liquid valve. Increases or decreases the liquid volume in pipes to maintain ideal pressure. We don't want that. Ideally, I wanted just a straight switch, but I don't know if we have one. Either way, what we'll have to do is disconnect some pipe. So deconstruct liquid pipes, and we're going to deconstruct that bit and that bit. Now that won't then just drop stuff out, it just doesn't work that way. And then that. Now that technically should be it. So these will come out into there and then back out. So direct filter. And then what we'll have to do is mop all of the horribleness in here, because it looks like it did actually spill a bit. Oh well. Right. So we'll crack on with that one. So also looks like there's some coldness around here. And those are not growing very good because low air pressure, yeah. Because we're not getting much oxygen up here because of this airlock, which we will be changing. In fact, this, like I said, is all temporary. But hey-ho. Right, so it looks like that is now working. Yes, it is working. Yeah, it looks like it's fine. Obviously, this one is pumping on in liquid. It's not going to... use any power, so that's fine. These are working. That is kicking out lots of carbon dioxide around here, which is then getting converted because of this. Right, that's actually working. Okay, good. Let's just prioritize all of that, so we can get this light put in. There we are. And then we'll actually go back to normal priorities, because for some reason it changed everything. And I say some reason. I know why, because I actually clicked priorities and did it, but I thought it was just going to do the pipe work, the order of the pipe work, not that. Okay, excellent. Right. So, we've got those all placed. We've got some plants here. Problem. No seed available. This is where we're going to have the long-term issue with food, because when you grow plants, you can see you've got different harvest ratings. Unless you have an excellent harvest rating, you don't get the seeds back. So you'll get a certain amount of mealwood harvests, and then the plant will die off and you'll have to replant. So, what we'll have to do is probably go for a much better growth plan somewhere. And probably here. Okay. The question is, where can I get more mealwoods? And it's not around here, that's for sure. Just having a quick look around. None around here. Bristle bars, no. We've got these weird plants here, these wheezy worts. And we've got some wheezewort seeds. And you've also got... what the hell is that? Bleach stone. And you've also got this stuff, which is like a... it's a pincher pepper plant, which grows top down rather than up. It's a weird plant. But anyway, looks like that's working now, as you can see. We're still pumping out the odd bit of gas, which is why we've got this air deodorizer. So that's cleaning all this up, which is fantastic. So... these lights are in. These are now slightly more efficient, I believe. That's good. How much algae do we have? Let's have a quick look. Actually, that's a bit worrying. Why is there loads of cracks in all of these bits? Might be some pressure differential there. Anyway, let's pause it for a moment. We'll go over to raw... it'll be organic, will it? Yeah, algae. 6,665 kilograms. It's not bad. It's alright. So, I think we need to work on our grow area. So, let's create said area. We'll go to base and then to tile. Select sandstone. A lot of people have been saying you can change this. I'm aware of that. Depending on what you pick, it can alter your tiles and such. We could... no, we don't really need to go for mesh or insulated tile. I think we'll be okay here. So we'll put one there and then we'll go straight across. This is going to be the overall size of the room, and that should be about it. And then we'll say dig, and then we'll dig all of that out, and then we'll progress on. Right, and let's just see how long that actually takes. Probably about 6 weeks, to be quite honest with you. Obviously, we've got no like real atmosphere in this area. And what I'm going to do, I've got these airlocks here, these manual airlocks. I'm going to seal off the top of each one of these. Oh, we've actually got one of these bristles. There we go, look. Yay! A bristleberry. Very, very nice. Can we do anything with it? No, nice loaf and mush bar. That's all we can do. So we're just going to have to eat the berries solidly. Anyway. Yeah, so... at least we've got them growing, which is okay. They're not very good, but at least they are there. So this thing here, this will be where we'll have our planter boxes, and what we'll do is we'll pump water in, and then we'll grow along here. Now, I could, if I wanted to, place these, where is it? It's in food and in farm tile and hydroponic. I could put the tile here, but I'm going to put it at the top, just because it allows me to... run the pipework a little bit better, and if I need to change things in the pipework, such as the temperature or whatever, I can then easily... It's easier having it above the walkway rather than being as the walkway. So anyway, we'll go to research because we haven't selected any one of these yet, and I think we'll go for pressure management will be quite good. We haven't got percolation, which is electrolyzer and air scrubber. Electrolyzer might be quite good for later stuff. Power transformer, heavy gauge wire. Performance, which is a hydrogen generator and natural gas generator, which we don't have access to at all. We'll go for pressure management, I think. Probably the way to go. We've still got someone running on there just because we're not producing, even with both of these coal power plants. We're still not providing enough power, and it's very strange that it's not been connected. Let's just max out the priorities on it, and it should then get set up immediately. Look at that. That's all oxygen. It says breathable gas. Oh, but it's 12 grams. It's almost... yeah, it's almost a vacuum in there, as you might expect. Either way, I'm going to disable building because I don't think we need that anymore. We need to crack on with some of this. And we also need to really sort our storage out, because at the moment storage is building lack resources, microbe mush. Yeah, we know. At the moment, the problem is we don't have a great storage system. We've got a lot of stuff in here, but we've also got stuff lying around. And the problem with lying stuff like that, you get minus decor. Look at that, loads of minus decor. So when they're running around, they're getting a lot of minuses. So we're going to have to put another storage solution system in, and I don't know where to put it. Probably have to dig another area out naturally, but that might take some time. And I'd rather get... do I go for the food? Do I go for food, or do I go for the storage? Well, we'll finish this. We'll finish this, and then we'll go for the storage, I think. Probably the better way of going about it. I just want to check these things here. So the mealwood. So growth progress is 39, and it's going up, which is good. Harvest rating is 9.9 out of 100, so it's going to be predicted standard yield. In order to get it better, we would have to have... where is it? Cycles 3. So, standard is 0 points. Good is plus 40 points. Excellent is plus 80 points, and that's what we need to go for. And that means the temperature needs to be between 18 and 22. Air pressure 75 grams. Sorry, 750 grams per tile. Polluted water, it says, is minus 40. Plant will generate harvest rating if it provides with 40 kilogram cycle of polluted water. So we give it polluted water. It'll actually grow faster. And fertilizer, plant will generate harvest rating points if provided with 200 or 2,000 grams per cycle of fertilizer. So we need to fertilize it, and we need to provide it with polluted water. The polluted water thing, don't think that's going to happen. Although, saying that, look at that. That's a lot of polluted water here. We might be able to provide it with polluted water instead of using this natural reservoir. Ah, that's probably a better option, isn't it? That's probably a better option. Keep digging into here. Put a ladder straight down. Be right down there. Put a pump in. Connect it up. Polluted water. Empty that. I think that's what we're going to do. And there's also another... what's that? It's a thimble reed. Ooh. New plant. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, that might be the better option. That. Oh, good grief. That's... having this... having the cap on there is really... squeeze that water in, which is not good. Looks like we're getting more harvest here because I think we did pull some bits here. There's the research complete on pressure management, which is good because we're going to need that at some point. Is that unreachable? It is unreachable. Damn it. I'm probably going to have to do the other sections here. Do I do it sooner or later? Well, I do need more storage, don't I? Well, should we just expand? Should we just have a massive expansion? Like that. We could do that. Take all of that out. Take all of that out. Yeah, that should be about right. And then once we dig this, like so, we should be able to get the roof in. We'll have to do the same at this side as well, but we'll see. Looks like it's taking a while to dig that tile out, which you would expect, it being granite. Granite not known for its sponginess. Anyway, so what we're like in here, that's oxygen, that is carbon dioxide, but that is getting sucked in and then out into here, which is... Let's have a quick look at our overlay for oxygen. Oxygen density. Which one is it? Ambient temperature, group... No, that is right. So that's all unbreathable, that's all unbreathable, that's unbreathable, and this is unbreathable, and getting towards unbreathable there. Yeah, these algae terrariums are not pumping out as much as I would like. Also, you can see there's a lot of vacuum around here. Or not vacuum, but there's a lot of losses. That's actually seeping in somehow there. See that? I think it's because when these open up, they're going into that one. So we probably need then... We probably need to institute... the airlock system up here sooner rather than later. So let's do it. Manual airlock either side. Manual airlock either side. And then, quite frankly, disconnect all of these. Actually, not deconstruct rather. We'll have to deconstruct from the top down, but almost certainly it's going to do it another way. Yeah, it's going to do the top one, and then they won't be able to have access to the top. Oh well. We'll put the top on. Oh, there's going to be one they can't get to. But this here, this will stop all of the oxygen flowing either side. Now, I know that this guy's going to have a bit of a tough time, because we are knowingly making sure that this is never going to get any more oxygen that we generate. So, we'll have to sort that out at some point, but for the time being, we'll leave it. So we need to dig out all of this, and dig out all of this. We'll have to dig out this top bit as well. And once we've done that, we'll put all of our storage in here. This is just going to be storage. The whole thing's going to be storage. It's going to be loads of these storage compactors, just a big line of them, and then we'll start sweeping up. We'll also change this because obviously it's nowhere near what we need it to be. The generators are generating and pumping out a lot of electricity into the battery. There we are. And that guy's stuck. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! What the hell? Right, okay, you can go for a ladder down there. There we go. Right, do you want to crack on with that? Prioritize, maybe? Prioritize 9. Thank you. Prioritize 9. Like so. And... Nope, Joshua is going to die unless people crack on with that one. I have set the priority. There we go. Yep, he's holding his breath. He's just managed to fix that as well, which is very good. He's also had a wee everywhere. Nice, that's exactly what I wanted. He's also suffocating. Can someone... That is definitely number 9. You! Get on with it! Why are people not doing it? There we go. Right. There we go. We've now finally got somewhere to let him out. We'll also mop all of this up because I don't want it dripping down there, because then it will go in to our fresh water supply, which is something we definitely do not want. Alright, looks like that's all mopped up. People can now get out. So obviously this here is pretty much dead. We're not going to be doing anything with this one. We'll probably remove those next episode. We don't need it. This airlock we're going to deconstruct, because quite frankly it's more annoying than it's worth. And then we'll move this airlock along to the left, and we'll go straight up like we have done before. There's our ladder. There's our tile. There's the manual airlock. We've also got the mechanized airlock. Create an airtight seal that maintains atmosphere and pressure between two areas. Functions of manual when no power is available. When power is available, it will automatically open. So that's quite good. Obviously at the moment, don't have it. I will enable that building, because it provides some deco, I believe. Reduces stress by providing light, even when they're in bed, so it should work. Once these are in, deconstruct that manual airlock. Nope, didn't get time. So we'll go in. Let's see how long the battery lasts. The battery should last quite some time, actually. Yeah, it's going to last all... Oh, I was going to say it's going to last all the time, but that's because these are still generating power. The coal things still generate power. which means we're going to have a lot of losses, actually. Let's check the reports for yesterday, and we can see that our power wasted was... Oh, actually not much. 187.7 kilojoules. Yeah, we need more batteries. We're wasting so much power. Right. Let's solve that. Let's deconstruct this other airlock. And let's put loads of batteries in. So we want to go to power. Battery. I was going to put the batteries up here. But that means putting another ledge on the top, you see. Not that that's a problem. Because it's just that with a ladder. Like that. Right, that's planned. And I think we'll leave it there. So, a lot of extra stuff done, but I think it's all improvements that we needed to do at some point. We've also laid down the foundations for our other growing area. You can see, by the way, we have got the extra meal wood seeds from somewhere. I'm not too sure where. Probably where they're getting rid of this part over here. But we need to make sure this is all dug out. We need to sort out the power stuff. We need to then worry about the farming over here, and that's what we'll be doing. Oh, and storage as well. That's what we're doing over the next couple of episodes, I guess. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you think we should do, change, and things like that. The majority of this entire episode has been devoted pretty much to going through the comments and improving it based on your feedback, so thank you very much. As always, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.